What do cookies, alcohol, and video games have in common? They're easy ways for us to distract ourselves, but they don't actually help us solve a problem. Hello, Wellness Warriors. Welcome to Mind Blowing Health and Wellness with Violet. The reason that I make these educational videos is to help you to understand that your mental health and physical health working well together is what actually creates that overall sense of well-being. If this is something that you're working on, please subscribe because I make new videos every week. We have a tendency to go for the easy solution rather than going for the best solution. And so what I mean by that is very often we'll be in the situation where I'm emotionally feeling negative, or I don't know the answer to a question, or there's something going wrong. And rather than deal directly with the issue, we will eat something to make us feel better, or drink something to make us feel better, or distract ourselves with video games and other diversions, not realizing that it's still leaving the problem there that we will still eventually need to address. Now, what happens when the thing that I'm trying to address is my weight and the contradiction between what I find fun to eat and what I know is healthy for Violet to eat? Like, what if that's actually the problem that I'm trying to solve? Then do the easy answers help me in that scenario? And this is where I want everyone to think about something. If I take the decision to change my eating habits because I realize that what I've been eating up until this point has been causing me to be ill, then is it in my best interest to try to find ways around that decision? And I'm talking about cheat meals. I'm talking about excuses to eat something that's not on the plan. Is that actually helping me to accomplish my goal? And now this goes back to this unfortunate thing that we've been taught, which is that everything in moderation is okay. And that's actually not a true statement. There are some things that in moderation, I only get one shot at it, and the only moderate amount I can actually have is 0. For example, strychnine, right? Like, that's poisonous. The moderate amount of that is 0. So, but that's not what's being taught, right? This idea that I can have a little bit. How do I have a little bit of strychnine? Unfortunately, most people don't take the time to challenge this notion that everything in moderation is okay. And part of the reason I think that we don't take the time to challenge this idea is because we don't start with, what is my goal? If my goal is to be healthy, how is eating something that's unhealthy towards my goal? At that point, if I understand that this thing that I'm about to eat is unhealthy, where's the moderation in that? How much of an unhealthy thing can I have and be moderate? Again, I'm back to this idea, isn't the answer 0? I wouldn't be expected, if I'm allergic to nuts, to have a moderate amount of nuts. People would say, stay away from it, Violet. The moderate number becomes 0. Well, since we know, and we've known for so long, that carbohydrates cause inflammation, let's look at one thing that we know that's documented. Carbohydrates cause inflammation. Isn't inflammation, unnecessary inflammation, unhealthy? And since eating carbohydrates causes unnecessary inflammation, then why is it considered moderate to do? Every time we eat moderately carbohydrates, we're causing inflammation. There's a contradiction here. If we start with the assumption that you took this decision to change your diet because you want to be healthy, it would assume then that you're going to eat things towards your health. However, eat everything in moderation has this underlying assumption that it's okay to eat unhealthy things as long as you limit them. But then my question to you becomes, if I'm eating unhealthy things and my focus really is on limiting them, how do I know when I've gone too far? And the only way I'm actually going to know is by getting sick. And then when I get sick, then I will stop eating that unhealthy thing. And my question is, wouldn't it be healthier to eat healthy things that you know that you will stop eating because you're satiated, and therefore have good health without the fear, the risk, the possibility of getting ill because I'm eating these unhealthy things in some sort of moderation that I can't actually measure until I see a negative come from it. I want all wellness warriors to see the flaw in this logic, because it's the same logic that allowed us for years to eat too much sugar, to drink too much alcohol, to smoke, and to do all these negatives to ourselves. Today we're allowed to smoke marijuana. It's the same logic that says, yes, do the bad thing until you have a negative, and then we're going to give you a drug or a surgery to solve it. Why do the bad thing and then use a drug or surgery to solve it when I could do the good thing and be healthy? These are things that I want you to think about, wellness warriors, because I actually believe that we can do better than waiting for the day that I need to have surgery because of something that I'm doing to myself. I actually think that we can eat appropriately and entertain ourselves with other things, right? If I'm playing video games for entertainment and not just to avoid a problem, there's no issue there. If I'm going for walks, if I'm doing sports, if I'm doing all these things because it's fun to me, there's no problem there. But as soon as I start to avoid the issues in my life by either drinking, eating, drugging, or video games, or gambling, or all these addictive actions, I get into trouble. Let's use food for what it's meant to be used for, and let's find our entertainment elsewhere. And also, the most important piece of this puzzle, solve the problems that come up in your life as they arise. I really hope I made that clear, because solving the problems is what helps the problem to no longer be there. There are some videos on the screen right here that are going to help you to improve your both mental and physical health. Wellness warriors, I'm always happy that you joined me. I want to thank you for watching Mind Blowing Health and Wellness with Violet. I really can't wait to talk to you guys again next week.